What's going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today we're going to be talking about the top 50 Wonder Kids for FM23 that were all on the next gen list. So all of these players are guaranteed to be absolute game changers for you come your first save or any save you do within FM23, whether it be the beta or upon full release. So if you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Also, down below, if you have not yet pre-ordered FM23, we have a discount code for you guys that will get you 29% off your pre-order. Helps out the channel on FMBase, and it also helps you save money, so win-win for everyone. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So to kick things off with the next gen top 50 list, we're going to be covering numbers 50 through 41. One of the first players I would like to bring up is Mr. Bruno Iglesias, the one player from Real Madrid in this list, but he is one of 10 players with a 4.5 star potential. Usually Real Madrid are producing very, very good top-end talent, and they still are, but Bruno Iglesias is the only representative for Madrid within the next-gen top 50. Next, we move on to a player from El Tri, aka Mexico, Mr. Marcelo Flores. He is one player on this list that is very versatile, probably the most versatile player on this list, while being able to play all four attacking positions. Next up, we've got Mr. Gabriel Slonina, the lone goalkeeper on this list, and will be joining Chelsea come January. Originally, you will be able to find him on the Chicago Fire come FM23, but he will be joining Chelsea in January, securing his big-time move to the Premier League. The last player I'd like to mention here is Mr. Edouard Michu of PSG, who you will find on loan at Sunderland. He is one of 5 French players to feature on this list. So France still producing those top-end talents. He is a quality midfielder for the future. A player I would like to feature more in depth here is a young man by the name of Endrick. He is going to be 16 years of age. He is the next big Brazilian talent who's going to have a massive amount of potential, is probably going to be one of the most wanted Wonder Kids within FM23 since Neymar. And that is a player you can definitely say he is similar to. Yes, he is more powerful than Neymar, but he is going to be just as stylish as Neymar is in his play. He's probably going to be very, very good in his finishing as well. Have a little bit of pace to himself as well. But one thing to keep in mind is that you will not be able to bring him over to Europe most likely until he is 18 years of age. But even then, he is well worth every penny. Continuing the list with the next group of Wonder Kids, numbers 40 through 31. We start off by mentioning Wahid Fagir. Now, he is probably going to be the next talisman up front for the Danish national team. He is a very, very interesting player to keep an eye on. While Levi Colwill from Chelsea has earned himself a big loan move to Brighton to further his development after he had a very good spell at Huddersfield, and he is the only, I repeat, only English center back on this list. We now move on to Nacho Univar of Ajax, who's going to have some big-time potential, just like a bunch of the Wonder Kids that have been coming out of the Ajax talent factory. Now, the player being featured here is Carney Chukwuemeka, who earned himself a big-time move to Chelsea just at 18 years of age for £18 million. He is one of England's top talents for the future, especially in that attacking mid type area, or even centrally as a central midfielder on attack. If you're using him within FM23, he is going to be an absolute beast. I would say he has similar style to that of Mason Mount, which his potential is going to be boosted to within that range as well due to his big move and that he has become a pretty solid player, as Graham Potter was recently quoted as saying that he is a big, strong player that is agile and quick and offers a lot to the team, which is what Mason Mount also offers. So Carney Chukwuemeka, definitely one of those players that is going to be a big time player and big time pickup come FM23. And looking at him right now in FM22, you can definitely see he has the building blocks of becoming a very well all-around player. He is 6'1", he's only 154 pounds, so he definitely will need to bulk up a little bit, but he still is going to have that power. Even though he's 6'1", 154 pounds, he already has 13 strength and he's only 18 years of age. So you give this kid time to develop in his technical and mentals, which already at 18, he is pretty well rounded there. He is going to be an absolute world beater come FM23. So moving on in this list, we are now on to numbers 30 through 21. We start off with Mr. Xavi Simons. He earned himself a move to PSV Eindhoven, where he is absolutely lighting it up currently. He's playing game in, game out, and in 10 games, he has 8 goals already from playing in central midfield. The kid is starting to finally live up to his hype. Next up, we've got Mr. Hannibal Mejbri from Manchester United. He is also from the country of Tunisia. Not every day that you see a wonder kid from the country of Tunisia. He is definitely going to be one of the best ever talents to come out of that country. We then have Mr. Felix Afena-Gyan, a player that was loved by Jose Mourinho at AS Roma, but has earned himself a move to a smaller club within Italy, but with that smaller move comes some big time potential and great opportunities for himself, as he is the future of the attack in the Ghana national team. Now, feature-wise, I'm going to be talking about Mr. Malo Gusto, the right back / right wing back of Olympique Lyon, who is 19 years of age and has become a first team regular this season for Olympique Lyon. He looks very, very solid. He's got an assist already to his name. I mean, at 19 years of age, getting to play with players like Lacazette, Tolisso, Tagliafico, to where he's really able to learn and develop is going to be very, very good for his game. He's already linked with some moves to some Premier League sides such as Chelsea, which will be very interesting come January to see if he does earn himself a move away from Olympique Lyon, but most likely that move would come in the summer. But he is going to be one of the next great French defenders, and if I had to give him a similar style, I would definitely say Ferland Mendy of Real Madrid. He's got that pace, he's got that creativity, he can defend. He is going to be a very, very solid right back, and he will not let you down if you bring him in come FM23. Now, looking at Malo Gusto within FM22, you can definitely tell, like I said, he is pretty pacey. He's got that 15 acceleration, 15 pace, 15 natural fitness, 12 agility, 13 stamina. His physicals are great. He definitely has to develop in the technical side of his game. But being that he is just 19 years of age and is finally being able to, crack into the first team game in, game out, he is going to develop very, very rapidly, very, very quickly. So expect him within the next few years, few iterations of Football Manager to become a top end right back / right wing back. But in FM23, he will definitely be one of those go-to players to bring in on that right side. Next up, we've got Caden Clark, the 19-year-old of the New York Red Bulls, who is a player that is going to be one to watch, as he should receive a boost to his potential by being featured on the Next Gen 50 list, because previously it was not all that high. But now that he is on the Next Gen Top 50 list, you should see a boost to his potential for sure. He is one of the top talents for the future of the U.S. national team, so you will see him in the future in reality featuring within that U.S. setup. Now, he does have a similar style to the new lead star Brendan Aronson. If I were to relate him to anyone, he is very, very explosive, and he can be a big-time playmaker if need be. And as we can see by looking at Ken Clark within FM22, he is very, very well-rounded already, just like Brendan Aronson is. I mean, if you need him to make plays, he can make plays with 13 passing, 13 technique. He's got decent amount of vision for a 19-year-old. Work rate at 13. Yes, he is no Kylian Mbappe, but this kid will definitely become a very, very solid player for you in the future. Now, he will be starting off at New York Red Bull, but come January, you will see him over at RB Leipzig, so keep an eye out for that. So if he's not popping up for you at New York Red Bulls, you will be able to find him at RB Leipzig. Hey, it's me. So if you guys are enjoying this video so far, please remember, leave a like and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? But there is something that we have done for you guys that you guys will have a link down to in the description. We have an entire shortlist for you guys to input into your FM23 so that you guys can have these top 50 Next Gen Wonder Kids ready to go on a shortlist for you guys so that you guys are able to bring them in season to season once FM23 is fully released and you guys start your main saves. So definitely make sure to check that out. Once again, link will be down in the description. But now, back to the video. So for numbers 20 through 11, we have a whole load of players to highlight here. Mr. Romeo Lavia, who earned himself a move from Man City to Southampton to get some first-team playing time, is now linked with a massive move, probably come the summertime, to Chelsea because of how well he is performing within reality. We now move on to Eli Mariba, former La Masia product of Barcelona, and now the highest potential African player within Football Manager, and the highest listed African player on the Next Gen Top 50 list. Now moving on to Marcus Leonardo. He is the highest potential Brazilian and highest potential wonder kid that is not within Europe. So at that number 11 spot, you notice that there is no player there. That is because of what is going on between Ukraine and Russia, and the player that was supposed to be in this spot was Russian, so they left him out of the list. But that player is Arsen Zakarian, who does switch his nationality within FM22 to Armenian. So keep that in mind in FM23. He might still be switching his nationality within the game to being Armenian, which definitely makes him a viable option to sign anywhere. Now getting into those feature players, though. First, we've got Mr. Mo Ali Cho, the 18-year-old that earned himself a move from Saint Anger to Real Sociedad to be the new man up front, the new number 9 for Real Sociedad, trying to replace Mr. Alexander Isaac. He will for sure get a potential and current ability boost for FM23 based on how he performed at Saint Anger. He just has to. He's going to become a very, very solid striker, a very well-rounded striker. He is not going to be one of the crazy fast strikers, but he will have a decent amount of pace to himself. I would definitely say he is a Olivier Giroud type striker, but faster than Olivier Giroud, obviously. But I definitely think potential-wise he could hit an Antoine Griezmann level given his boost. So we'll have to wait and see, but Mo Ali Cho come FM23 is definitely going to be one of those to watch. And now looking at Mr. Mo Ali Cho within FM22, like I said, he is going to get some boost to his current ability and potential. Current ability-wise, I definitely expect his dribbling, his finishing, and his first touch, so the Holy Trinity, to get a boost at least by 1 or 2, especially to his finishing. Now, with his playmaking game, I don't think he's going to get that big of a boost there, but physically you can tell he is a very well-rounded physical player. Mentally, you will see him get a slight improvement to those mentals as well, most likely, but Mo Ali Cho is definitely a player to have your eye out for if he ever becomes available for a cheap price, because this kid will be unbelievable for you. And now we talk about Mr. Matthias Schüller, the 19-year-old Argentinian who is at Juve. He is the highest rated South American on the Next Gen Top 50 list. He is a very, very quality player, ready for first team opportunities with Juve. So with the rebuild that will probably come in the next few years with Juve, expect to see this kid popping up a lot in conversations to be one of those next big players for Juventus. I would definitely say he has the potential to reach Di Maria type heights if we're going based off of Argentinian type players. He's definitely going to be a pretty good finisher when it comes down to it, and once he is a fully developed product. So Matthias Schüller, definitely one of those players to look out for sure. Now, Matthias Schüller, I am pretty sure, is shorter than Di Maria, but he is lanky like Di Maria. So he is going to be a player that will eventually grow into having some pretty decent pace. He is going to have most likely the Holy Trinity given 3 years time within FM23. I mean, just you look at his stats and how he is kind of made up currently within FM22. You give this kid some time come FM23. He is going to be absolutely unbelievable. So he deservedly has earned his spot on the Next Gen Top 50 list, and definitely look out for this kid to be one of those top wonder kids to look out for come FM23. Now we arrive at the penultimate top 10, and this top 10 is very good and features some very good players. But some players that I would like to highlight, one being Yusufa Mokoko. He is the highest rated striker on this list, and one of 3 Germans that are in the top 10, but there are 4 Germans in the top 15, which is absolutely phenomenal, and Germany's future is going to be absolutely insane. And another player I'd like to mention is Mr. Jude Bellingham taking that number 1 spot, as he is not only the best player on the list, but he is the best midfielder on the Next Gen Top 50 list as well. And there are a whole heck of a lot of midfielders on this list as well. And for him to take that number 1 spot truly shows how good of a youngster he is. Now getting into our final 2 feature players. We've got Mr. Ricardo Pepi, 19 years old, American, the number 1 rated North American player on the Next Gen Top 50 list. He will most definitely receive a boost to his potential and his ability. If you're in the top 10 for the Next Gen list, you definitely have to have a boost to your potential. And ability-wise, he's killing it at FC Groningen, doing very, very good so far. A couple weeks ago, he's got a brace, doing very, very well. He is definitely going to be the future striker of the U.S. national team, which is going to be very, very fun to see. I predict for the next 10 years, he could definitely be the new talisman of the U.S. national team. The kid is going to get pretty good. But Ricardo Pepi could, in my opinion, being American, could be our next Clint Dempsey, I think. I think that kid definitely has the ability to make that happen. There's going to be a lot of pressure on him, just like there is for Christian Pulisic. But Ricardo Pepi, I definitely believe can make it happen, given he puts all the right building blocks into place. Now looking at Ricardo Pepi within FM22, his finishing is already at 14, so I wouldn't expect it to really go up by a whole lot. If it does, probably to a 15 would be reasonable, but his dribbling and first touch will definitely be upgraded, potentially his passing as well, maybe his technique. His work rate I expect to go up as well. His mentals should get a few improvements there. His acceleration should definitely improve as well. He has 14 pace already, so I'd expect his acceleration to maybe get to that same level, agility maybe to a 12 or 13. Slight improvement there. But Ricardo Pepi, already very, very solid, well-rounded player. Hopefully he gets the boost that he rightly deserves, coming in at number 10 on the Next Gen Top 50 list. If he does not, though, I will be very interested to see what his price range is, because he would definitely be an absolute steal if the price is right. So the last feature player we're going to be talking about today is Divine Wrench, 19 years of age, Dutchman from AFC Ajax. He is the best defender on the Next Gen Top 50 list, and rightfully so. He is very, very good and very, very versatile. He can play center back, right wing back, defensive mid, whatever you may need him to do. He is definitely going to be capable of doing it. He is the best player as well, not in the top 5 leagues of Europe. He has great defensive instincts, and he will most likely earn himself a big move from Ajax in the future, because that is just how things happen to work out with Ajax. They develop very, very good talents, and then the big-time clubs of Europe come in and swoop them up. But he definitely has the potential to be one of the next defensive Dutch stars, and I would say potentially be like a Dutch Philip Lahm at his max potential. Now, Mr. Wrench, at 19 years of age, very, very solid and well-rounded, already has great teamwork, great determination, very solid work rate. He is strong with both feet, which what is not to love about that? Like I said, he's a very versatile player. He can play left back, center back, right wing back, defensive mid, can play central midfield and left wing back if necessary. He is definitely going to see a rise in his ability over the next few FMs. So depending on how you see him develop within FM23, that could definitely become a reality for this kid, because he is a very solid playmaker with 14 passing, 13 technique, 12 for vision, so that probably will need to get a little bit better. You might actually see an ability upgrade to him as well, because he is going to become one of the focus players now in that AFC Ajax squad. But with having gone over Divine Wrench, that about wraps things up here for today's video. If you guys happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Once again, I'll be linking a link down below in the description for you guys to get 29% off your pre-order of FM23 if you have not yet done it, because FM23 beta is right around the corner, so you definitely want to get that pre-ordered so that you can have early access, get on the game early, and figure out what you want to do when it comes to your Wonder Kids or even your tactics as well. But yeah, let us know down in the comments below which Wonder Kids from this list you're looking forward to seeing either get a potential boost, an attribute boost, or even picking up for yourself come your first save within FM23. But with all that being said, until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.